Hi everybody. As I'm sure you can see, I have nothing on my face and I'm kind of dressed down because I wanted to talk about and demonstrate a foundation that I had mentioned in one of my videos from, I want to say, several months ago. And I also want to shout out one of my subscribers, April, who pointed out that I never kind of like followed up on whether I liked the foundation or whether I'd actually purchased it again. So I'm going to show you this foundation and I'm going to put it on. I don't like to do videos like this because I don't like people seeing me like this. I always like to try to put my best face forward, literally. But I thought it would be important to show you this and kind of try it. I've been playing with it. The bottom line is I don't like it. These kind of foundations just aren't for me. So the foundation I'm talking about is the SKINN Cosmetics Plasma Foundation, and it came, the set I bought from the shopping channel came with two of the foundations. I have it in Cool Buff, and then I have it in Light, and then it came with a plasma concealer in Light. Let's see if it will focus. Maybe not. And then it also came with this brush. So I'm going to use the brush and my fingers. And I thought it'd be appropriate to do the demo just because I do have blemishes, some marks that need covering. So I've primed my face with my Cargo Activating Face Primer because that's what I'm trying to use up this week. And I'm pretty sure by the end of this week this will be gone. So that'll mean I can do another empties video. So I'm going to start, the consistency of this is kind of a mousse texture, and I think that's the first problem. Mousse foundations or whipped foundations are very hard for me to use because in my opinion, and I'm not sure if this is correct, basically you have to have perfect skin in order to use them, and I don't. So when I watched this, I watched the actual show on the shopping channel, and basically, you know, magically we're putting this foundation on with the brush and everything's fine and perfect. So what I do, or what I've done, is just take a little of, and I take both colors because my skin really isn't one color. And just so you know, when I look that way, that means I'm looking in the mirror. So, because I'm not talented enough to use the viewfinder. And then I just kind of use short strokes and brush it on. That's what I saw on the actual show. The problem, like I said, the problem that I have with this foundation is just that for me, the mousse foundations, they settle into the fine lines right away, no matter how thin they are or how kind of creamy they are. And I'm supposing that someone, I'm not, you know, I don't know, will say that this really isn't a mousse foundation. It's not marketed as a mousse, it's marketed as plasma. Now there's no plasma in this, of course. It's just, I think they're referring to texture. And while I've never actually touched plasma and don't really plan on touching plasma anytime soon, I know that's kind of a buzzword lately with the blood facials and all that stuff that's going on with the celebrities. Namely Kim Kardashian filming hers, or filming the end result or taking a picture, which that wasn't really a blood facial. You don't bleed to that extent when you have a blood facial. So I'm putting this on, and you know, when it first applies, it feels really nice. Actually, it feels really soft and quite lovely. And I'll go down my neck a little bit here, and a little goes far enough, but you really are going to have to apply it to kind of see results. And for the most part, that's going to be it for me. And then I'll use my fingers for the concealer, which I got in Light, and here it is. So the concealer is not, well, it's kind of the same texture. It feels a little more what I'd call traditional concealer type, that thickness, balmy kind. It's not this kind of moussey texture, to me anyway. That's how it feels. So, like I said, the bottom line is, and this is it, like it's not bad, but the problem I have with this is, number one, it's actually so, there it is, and you can kind of see it, it's kind of balled up. It's so smooth, it goes on quite nicely, and it does have a little bit of a powdery finish, but it doesn't, number one, it doesn't stay on. I found that probably after 3 hours of just normal wear, it was kind of balling up and patching, and you can't really set it, because if you do set it, what I found anyways, it just settles right into all my lines. And that's a bummer, because I was hoping to actually be okay with this. Will I use it? Yeah, you know, I probably will use it. I'll use it on days when it doesn't matter that I have to have like a flawless face, or if I'm going out, because it's not, the application doesn't take that long. But the thing, like I said, the thing with me and the mousse texture foundations, they just don't work. I remember trying the L'Oreal. L'Oreal had a mousse whipped type foundation, and it just doesn't work for me. So thanks so much, April, for following up, and yeah, I dropped the ball on that for sure. So I don't like this foundation. I don't recommend it, but if you're interested to try it, I guess you could, right? It's up to you. But thanks so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye. One more thing I did neglect to mention is that this is the brush that comes with the plasma kit. And to be honest, it's okay to get into the crevices and things like that, but for your face, I think it's a little thin diameter-wise, so I would probably use, if you do end up, or if you have this foundation, you do end up really liking it, I'd probably use something like this. This is the Urban Decay Good Karma brush, one of my favorite face brushes of all times, just because it's thicker and a little bit more dense. Or if you wanted to, I also have the Sigma Makeup Flat Top Synthetic Kabuki in F80. So, which again, dense bristles and a wider brush. Just so, again, how many times can I say again? So you can cover more area in less time, right? This wasn't terrible. You saw I did this fairly quickly, but yeah, I just don't like the product. All right, thanks. Bye.